I am the least depressed person you will ever meet in your life. I have this innate enthusiasm. When I was 10 years old, I remember I asked my English teacher, Mr. Kettle, to sign in my autograph book. And he wrote, "You have this zest for life." Now, I'm 10 years old. Of course I have a zest for life. But I knew somehow that he meant that that was something that I got to have as a gift. And I've always had that. And my zest for life continues every day. But there was this little period of time back in the turn of the century, we can say that now, right after 9/11, actually. I had just moved literally 10 days before 9/11 to Los Angeles from Seattle, which had been my home for 9 years. And I'd always wanted to live in LA. But when I got down there, 9/11 happened, and it was very isolating. And I didn't know that many people yet, although I actually became friends with the entire block of my neighbors because of it, which was really nice. But at the time, I felt depressed for the first time in my life. Now, if you struggle with depression or you struggle with chemical imbalance, I have a tremendous amount of sympathy for you. I actually had my beloved have that issue for over 10 years, and it was incredibly debilitating and difficult. But this was really the first time that I had been through it myself. And I had a hard time getting up in the morning. I had a hard time getting out of bed. I was very listless. I was unhappy. I cried a lot. And this, I knew, was not like me. It's just not like who I am, who I was put on this earth to be. So I started looking and saying, how can I reclaim myself? How can I come back to my goddess energy, which was, how I thought of myself. I've been the red goddess for a long time. So I really could feel that I had lost that, and I just didn't know how to get it back. So the first thing I did was I sat down and just really reclaimed my power. I sat and said, what is it inside of my heart that I need? What is it inside of my heart that I'm not getting right now? And that was the first step, reclaiming my power and stating out loud for myself that I was going to change how I felt, that I was going to change how I showed up every day. I have been listening to a lot of Carole King music lately because I saw the musical on Broadway a few months ago. And one of my favorite lyrics of hers that I never really heard before was from the song Beautiful. You've got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world that you're beautiful as you feel. And that's probably the best explanation for what I did to help jumpstart that process. But I also looked inside of my heart and I said, what do I want? What's lacking in my life? And I realized I totally missed arranging flowers, which I had done for a number of years. And I really, really missed singing in a choir, which I had done in high school and not since then. So I started going to a spiritual center, to Agape, actually, in Culver City, Los Angeles. And Agape was a huge coming home to me because I'd never had a spiritual home before, and it was just a great experience going there. I think I cried through the first month's worth of services because I was just so happy and grateful in my heart to be there. But I also started arranging flowers for the church, and after I had been doing that for 6 months in service, I was able to audition for and join the choir as a second soprano. So I was in basically this amazing black gospel choir that was 260 voices, and it was so incredible, and it brought such joy back to my heart, and I was so grateful. So you gotta get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world that you're beautiful as you feel. Blessings.